Hello, everyone. Welcome. I see that some of you are already here. Of course, we're here for Ganesha and Dr. Pillai, or rather, Dr. Pillai and Ganesha. So we always honor our spiritual teacher first. Hi, VS, Omgam. Namaste, Saroja. Namaste, Guruji. Saroja Omgam, Lakshmi. Namaste. Evelyn, namaste from Singapore. Katina, namaste from Florida. Namaste, everyone. Sujata Chaudhary, namaste, Dr. Pillai. Katina Omgam, namaste, Pillai Center. Right. Okay, Angela Chand, namaste from Australia. And Evelyn, Katina. Oh, okay. So, Maria Ciro, namaste, all goddesses. Namaste. Evelyn, namaste. Ramesh Logan, namaste to everyone in the loop from Sri Lanka. Hi, welcome. Maria Ciro from London, welcome. Wonderful. We'll be starting in about 5 minutes, a little bit longer than 5 minutes, about 7 minutes. So you're welcome to type your name so we can say hello and type your location if you feel like it. I'd love to know where you're from. Pamela says namaste from West Virginia. Janice, greetings from Boston. And Sparky Moto, greetings from Modesto, California. Hi. So meanwhile, I'll show you my altar. We have Ganesha, of course, Dr. Pillai, and we have also the sacred family, Lord Shiva with Parvati and Ganesha. And then we have a great Siddha here. I'll talk about him later. His name is Agastya, and then a little bell that I like to ring sometimes. And then Dr. Pillai, of course, as I said, and then this beautiful Ganesha that I cannot reach right now. It's made of a special wood, and I don't remember what wood. Maybe Arjun is there, maybe, and can help me. I think, I can't remember that kind of very special sacred wood. Maybe sandalwood. Is that a wood? Okay, then we have Goddess Varahi, Goddess Lakshmi, Goddess Lalita Tripura Sundari, and Goddess Saraswati. Of course, we always like to have a bell, but I will be talking about these items later when everyone gets here. Just I wanted to give you a little preview since you're already to thank you for showing up live and sooner, even early. So, hi Mira, good to see you. So, Cheryl says, namaste from Australia. I think I read that, right? Oh, Nana says, namaste from Puerto Rico. Jaya says, good evening from Canada. Silvio from Lisbon, sorry, I said it in Italian. And then Angela Chandan, hi. Then the Mystic Mantra says, namaste from Ohio. I used to live there in Chagrin Falls, the most beautiful place to me. Oh, so lovely. Okay, so I think I didn't miss anyone. Then we have Evelyn says something to reflections, etc. Then, okay. Hi, Reflections Covenant. Good to see you. Always loving, so sweet. Blessings to Babaji and the entire team, says Reflections. Love always. Sue Brooks, all glory to Ganesha, all glory to Babaji. Beautiful. Mira J. Babaji, Home Gum. Stephanie Louise says, greetings from London, UK. Anusha says, namaste to Sadhguru Babaji and Lord Ganesha. Thank you for the blessings we receive. Gina Casey, hi Nangi. Love, blessings, faith, the Guru's grace to all from Malaysia. Sue Brooks says, blessings from Minnesota. Genziana Blue says, good night from Italy. Hi. Hi, Genziana Blue. Very late. Yes, it's late in Italy. Thank you for coming live. It's very nice. Grazie per essere arrivata così tardi. Ok, credo, are you in what city? Stephen says, greetings. Hi, Nangi, again. Love to you too, dear. The Mystic Mantra says, wow, cool, I'm near Columbus. Oh, yes. Chagrin Falls is not too far. Shireen says, Om Gam, Om Gam, Om Gam. Thank you for this session. You're very welcome. We're very excited as we get nearer and nearer, closer and closer to Ganesha Chaturthi, which is on the 10th of September. Reflections, Covenant. This is the best I felt all day. Today I didn't feel very energetic, but I'm feeling so much better now. Thank you for joining live and creating with your amazing consciousness and all together here to creating a safe space to pray to Ganesha and receive miracles. So that's always wonderful. And together we have more power to chant and manifest. So that's what all the spiritual teachers have said, and Dr. Pillai has been saying this forever. He wants us to get together in a group. All right, I don't want to tell too much because I want to wait for everyone to get here. So immense gratitude to Babaji and PC teachers. Yes, thank you, Pillai Center team, for putting together this program. Arjun, hi, namaste. Thank you, Arjun. I'm glad you like the altar. And Reflections, Covenant says, Dad says, please tell everyone he did 1008 Om Gams. Wow, that's amazing. Coming to get me from the airport. How wonderful. Wonderful that you chanting the whole family. That's wonderful. Kalyani says, Namaste, Babaji, Ganesha, and Lalita. Oh, nice to see you, Kalyani, and for supporting us all with this call today. Then Lee Chabel, H. Chabel, Lee Chabel, okay. Sorry if it's not correct. Namaste from Singapore. Happy to be connecting with you again. Nice to see you again. Nathaniel, Namaskar. Ravi Matu, Namaste from India. Hi, Ravi. Early in the morning for you. Rigo says Om Gam from Peru. Hi, Rigo. And Nagi says healing energy to all who are not well, reflection, covenant, rara, etc. That's very nice. Yes, and I joined them. All right, one more minute and then we'll get started officially. So let me get ready here. Anusha, we love you, Lalita. Oh, I love you too. So sweet. For all the joy you bring to all of us. Wow, I didn't know. Thank you so much. That's wonderful. Thank you. And it's all Babaji's grace and Ganesha's blessings, of course. Reflections Covenant says, bless you and thank you. Peace and love. Pradeep says, love from India. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. So we're almost getting ready to get started. If you want, you can get into a comfortable space now or wait until we get the official start from the clock and also the Pillai Center team that is operating smoothly behind the scenes to help us all so we can get to the end of our chanting without any glitches. That's very important because we never know, right? So we want to finish this. So 1 second, please. Let me get started. Okay. So welcome everyone to this chanting call for Pillai Center practice. My name is Lalita Varahi, and I am both a Pillai Center teacher And I'm honored to be here. And I forgot to say also Vedic astrologer. If some of your questions will be about astrology, I'll be happy to answer them later at the end of the call, towards the end of the chanting. So it's amazing that this month went so fast. We had so many wonderful teachers join these and teaching this call and helping us get through this preparation for Ganesha with Om Gam and the challenge to chant as many Om Gam as we can. So Dr. Pillai says it in a very nice way, that Ganesha is second to none, and what he wants to do for us is to give us that consciousness, second to none. In other words, even though you may not become the president of your country, the point is that you feel so amazing about yourself, about your divine nature, that you're able to manifest your dreams. You're able to create a better life for yourself that you love and deserve. And also, you're able to help other people with the prosperity, with the spiritual growth, with everything you achieve as you make progress in your own life. So remember, when we are suffering, we go into a corner to cry, and we barely think of other people. So it's very rare that people are able to reach out and help the world when they're suffering. So that's why suffering is not something that Dr. Pillai wants us to do. His work has been entirely on removing suffering from the world and poverty. So with these goals in mind, why don't we start chanting immediately to Ganesha, so there's more time for your questions and everything else. So let me quickly see if someone new said hello. Mavis from Singapore. Hi, Mavis. Nikhil says, Babaji for your grace from India. Oh. Thea, namaste everyone, etc. Okay, so let's get started. You can take a statue of Ganesha if you like to. And a picture of Dr. Pillai, you can have a small one, doesn't need to be big. It can be even smaller. Anything that reminds you of the miracles you're asking for, and also your devotion, your faith, anything that works for you. If all you have is a crystal, that's okay. As long as you imbibe the crystal with mantras, like the purest mantras, Om Gam, Om Gam, Om Gam, and even Om Mula Ganapataye Namaha. So Ganesha is a very ancient divine being, a celestial being, is an elephant-headed god. And he was first mentioned in the Rig Veda, in what's printed, what's around. But it was much older than that. So remember, the Vedas were written before the beginning of Kali Yuga, just before the beginning of Kali Yuga. So the Rig Veda is supposed to be 7,000, 6,000 years old. But I believe that the knowledge, as also Dr. Pillai said, that knowledge has been on the earth plane forever, millions of years. So even though the Vedas were written later, because Kali Yuga was started, so this knowledge of these divine beings who came wait to help us, it's their dharma, it's their duty and their joy to help us. So why don't we invoke Ganesha with all our hearts and with much gratitude for Dr. Pillai, who loves us immensely. I've had so many dreams over the years, and in every dream, Dr. Pillai was blessing crowds and offering all his support and love to everyone, because he wants to make sure no one is left behind and everyone can have miracles. So we want to acquire that consciousness of miracles. Ganesha is the best, is second to none, is the king of the Ganas, or all the celestial forces, the divine forces. So he is the number one being we want to invoke every day. So let's get us started. Om Gam, Om Gam, Om Gam. So this is just in preparation, but I want to invoke Dr. Pillai very quickly. Om Aim. The sound Aim in the eyes, which means super intelligence and wisdom. The sound of Goddess Saraswati. Hrim. In the third eye, to awaken intelligence, open the third eye and acquire supernormal powers. Sarvalokaya, all the galaxies, all the worlds. Adityaya, Dr. Pillai, Babaji, Shiva Baba, he shines like the sun. Shiva Saguru is a Shiva Saguru, is the ultimate teacher of truth, the supreme being, Shiva. He is the being that the Siddha masters like Dr. Pillai, all the Siddhas pray to. Sometimes other deities, but mostly Lord Shiva. Babaya Swaha. Babaji, we invoke you on behalf of this community of loving, devoted people who want to manifest miracles with your help and the help of Ganesha. So we bow down, always in sign of respect. We're not losing our sovereignty. We're just surrendering to the divine in order to receive miracles. And we cannot do it with the mind or the ego. So we are willing to surrender that resistance, that negative feeling that, oh, we're not enough. Not only are we enough, we are great. We have immense power when we shift into our divine consciousness. So Ganesha will do that for you. If you're still skeptical, all you have to do, close your eyes and enjoy the chanting. And it's exactly 32 minutes because I found out that it's 360 repetitions of Om Gam. So enjoy the practice and we'll see you in a little bit.
Second to none is a divine concept. However, you also can have it. When a human becomes God, he can do miracles. How do you become the divine in order to have second to none consciousness? The God who wants the characteristics of second to none is Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is God with great antiquity and worshipped in different galaxies. You put him in your consciousness all the time, then you will have his consciousness. Om Mula Ganapate Namaha. Mula means the original Ganapati. Om Mula Ganapate Namaha. 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 This will get rid of your karma on the one hand, and then acquire his consciousness, which is second to none. Start with half hour a day. Just engage in Ganesha. Let the mantra Om Dham, Om Dham. Then you get rid of your karma and then acquire his consciousness, which is second to none. Om Dham, Om Dham, Om Dham, Om Dham, Om Dham, Om Dham,
Keep your eyes closed and begin to relax. So we're going to play one more time Dr. Pillai's message for Ganesha's birthday 2021.
Second to none is a divine concept. However, you also can have it. When a human becomes God, he can do miracles. How do you become the divine in order to have second to none consciousness? The God who owns the characteristics of second to none is Lord Ganesha. Lord Ganesha is God with great antiquity and worshipped in different galaxies. You put him in your consciousness all the time, then you will have his consciousness. Om Mula Ganapate Namaha. Mula means the original Ganapati. Om Mula Ganapate Namaha. Om Mulagyanate 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 Namaha. This will get rid of your karma on the one hand, and then acquire his consciousness, which is second to none. To start with, have our energy. Just engage in Ganesha with the mantra Om Dham, Om Dham. Then you get rid of your karma and then acquire his consciousness, which is second to none. Om.
And when you're ready, slowly, slowly, you can open your eyes. What a beautiful message for Ganesha's birthday, Ganesha Chaturthi, which means the fourth moon of Ganesha, this year, 2021. So this is a miraculous year. Dr. Pillai wants us to be second to none. So who are we to say no, right? Why say no to him? And Ganesha has always been available, and I've had so many miracles. And before I start answering your questions, I invite you to check the links below this video to make sure that you're not missing any offering for this new program. If you cannot join any programs this year, don't feel bad, because these calls were also for you. So Dr. Pillai wanted to make sure nobody went without any blessings in 2021. He is absolutely convinced that we are already in Satya Yuga, meaning the time of the golden age, the time of truth, when the divine beings return on the earth plane. So I hope you've been enjoying these calls. Also, I want to share a miracle tonight. It's the most recent miracle from Ganesha. I've received countless, but this is very close to my heart. The other evening, on the night, it was Dr. Pillai's Nakshatra's night, Nakshatra day. Nakshatra means constellation. It's your birth star, the birth star of the moon. Dr. Pillai's is Purva Bhadrapada. And on that night, there was, my husband and I were relaxing, and the door to the garden was open, and we could hear a cat crying and crying and crying. So I turned on the lights and I started calling the cat. I happen to do a very good cat imitation, so I'm not going to do it here, maybe some other occasion. So I started to call this cat, and I kept, calling him with a sound, and I called like normal things like, come on, kitty. And that took me 1.5 hours. This cat kept crying, and then he showed up. He was a very small black cat with a white star under his neck. And he kept crying, but he wouldn't get close. And then we gave him some milk. He drank the milk. Then it turned out from the vet the next day, actually, that it was not a good idea. But anyway, so milk, he drank the milk. But he wouldn't come in the house. And I was worried, because in this area, we're in the country, there are coyotes, there are wild animals. I've seen foxes also. And they would just love to put their paws on a little cat, this small, right? A little kitten. So finally, I decided to chant Ganesha's mantra. And that's what I do every time I can figure things out. So I chanted and chanted, and nothing came to my mind. And then about 10 minutes later, I thought, wait a minute, I do have a way to make this cat come in. So I put the screen of the fireplace, which is foldable, it has 3 sides, and I put that against the door. And as he was coming, I called him with a little food, little bread, and the kitten came closer. And finally, I closed the door behind him, and then he was in the house. And Ganesha told me to do that. Then the kitten, of course, it being a cat, he climbed on the screen and jumped and just started to run wildly around the house. But he was in and he was safe. And then we were able next day to take him to the vet, to the veterinarian, and he was fine and actually needed, a little medicine for a couple of things. And now he's here. So that was a Ganesha cat, and also Dr. Pillai's cat, I think. Anyway, so that's the way Ganesha can work in your life. Maybe it's not a huge miracle that instantaneously you get a Rolls Royce if that's what you're going for. But if you want to figure out things, Ganesha is the super intelligent being. That's why it's so important to receive an initiation from Dr. Pillai. I have received countless initiations on Ganesha, so it doesn't get any tired, doesn't get old. Every teaching is new. Every year, every birthday trip, every in India, everything that I've done with Dr. Pillai, it was never the same. We don't have two mantras, the two same mantras in any program. So don't miss a chance if you can afford it. It's reasonable this year. Hopefully that works for you. And if not, please keep listening to this chant, 360 Om Gam. You can expect miracles. Just surrender to the mantra. Make it part of your consciousness. Just think Om Gam all day long if you cannot sit and just relax and chant. Also, that works for me. Like, just keep it in the back of your mind at the very least and play it in the background, go to sleep with it. Just ask for miracles. It is the time when miracles will come. Collectively, we can do this. So don't be shy. Just go ahead and pour your heart out to Ganesha. I always do that when I can't figure things out. There are also other beings I can pray to. I can call on Goddess Saraswati or Griva. There are a lot of intelligent beings, but Ganesha is number one. He's the smartest, and he even outsmarted the very intelligent Pleiadian god, his brother Muruga. So I think I told you that story the last time I was here. Okay, so now to you, and back to you and your questions. So let's see if I missed anything. Arjun, if I miss anything and you're still there, can you please copy paste them and play and type them again for me? So just enter them again on the chat. So let me scroll up meanwhile. I'd like to hear your experiences in this. Somebody was saying I had goosebumps. It was beautiful. So let me go up a little. Okay. Tia Italian, namaste. Leslie Deo, Om Gam from New York City. Sorry if I'm missing you. Tunda Wanamaker from Texas. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Okay. Leslie, Om Gam from New York. Hamuda Shivaram, namaste. Tunda, Om Gam, Texas. Right. Don Victor Ferdinando Om Gam. Hi. Natalia Nathaniel, I guess it's said. It's pronounced. Wow, it's really people from all over the world. Yes. Feroz Baig, namaste from Bangalore, India. Oh, beautiful Bangalore. Chayanika Roy, namaste. Eva Leopold Om Gam, namaste from New Jersey. Mira Om Gam, beautiful creation, Mira. Krista Barbara, namaste from Germany. Om Gam to all. Ramesh Logan, total chant 1,743,521. Wow, you're going for 5 million. That's incredible. Can you please share a little bit how you've been able to do that? That's amazing. And also any miracles, any changes in consciousness, any shift, even a small one, anything. We always have to show gratitude and acknowledge miracles, no matter how small. Okay. Namaste, everyone. Rajinish, or Rajinesh, I'm not sure. Manjula says, Koti Pranam Dattatreya Shiva Baba Guruji. Bless me and my family. Muskan, Om Gam, Mind Radius, Om Gam from me and my children. Blessings from Babaji are being received every second in our lives. It gives me goosebumps the way Babaji and all archetypes come to our rescue. Fabulous. Mind Radius, thanks, Mam Orahi. Sarah Chandu, Omgam from Singapore, Amanpreet Kaur, beautiful name, from Punjab. Namaste, Mind Radius, Edulations, Omgam. Down Victor says, thank you. Arjun says, beautiful call. Thank you, Lalita Varahi. Thank you so much, Arjun. Always wonderful seeing you. Mira says, glories to our beloved Babaji Sri Ganesha. Goddess Lalita Varahi, thank you for this sacred healing full of Jyoti. Wow, light, love, bhakti, beyond blessed to be in your divine presences. Oh, that's so amazing. You're a very devoted, amazing person, Mira. I know that. Okay, Dr. Pillai's Ganesha 2021 birthday initiations airing live on September 9th, etc. So please check the link. Don't miss it if you can. It's going to be an amazing event. And the official Chaturthi in India will be on September 10th. I believe the fourth moon starts on the 9th at night here in the US. Most likely, otherwise Dr. Pillai wouldn't do the initiation at that time. So let me see. So yes, the fourth moon in the US, New York, starts at 12 p.m., so noon. So it's fourth moon all the way when we'll meet Dr. Pillai live, and also the next morning in India, which is an amazing event. I've been there during Ganesha Chaturthi, and I can never forget. And you'll see statues everywhere. They will dip them in the ocean. I was in the South India at that time. It was really beautiful. But we can recreate that here. We have by proxy statues that they can bathe for us in the ocean. And it's a by proxy karma removal remedy, which you can do from the comfort of your home. You just have to sign up. And they're reasonable. They've always been reasonable, so they're not very expensive. So before we continue with the chat, why don't I show you the altar if you're new to these calls? I was showing that before the beginning of the call. So here's a picture of Dr. Pillai, my favorite. And then here we have Ganesha Statue. And this is his family, Lord Shiva, Goddess Parvati with Ganesha in the center. We also have a representation of Muruga. I also have a tiny statue here to show you. But it's a veil, so it's a lens that removes karma and that gives you supernormal power, so because it opens a third eye. Okay, so using a lemon, that indicates karma removal item that Dr. Pillai wants us to use. Lemons, limes, actually, also the small ones are fine. So we have some goddesses from the back. We have Goddess Saraswati, Lalita Tripura Sundari, we have Lakshmi, we have Goddess Varahi, who is Lakshmi and a wife also of Lord Vishnu. Then we have Ganesha. Trying to remember that special wood, but anyway, I can't remember. Oh, it's neem wood. Neem, which is a purifier of all kinds. And then so Ganesha here, it becomes more golden every day. I don't know what happened. It used to be dark. And this is Agastya, one of my favorite siddhas. He's the greatest siddha, Dr. Pillai says. Okay. And he's also in this lineage of the Siddha masters, where Dr. Pillai comes from. I think I've shown you everything. I always offer a lamp. As you say Om Gam, you can circle the light around the altar or Ganesha himself. Just do that with devotion. Just surrender with love. If love doesn't come easily, maybe you had a tough day, just make believe. Just pretend. and that feeling will come, it will become real. So our highest intelligence is really not so much in the rational mind, but more so in the third eye and other parts of the brain. It's too long to explain, but also in the heart. So make it special for you. Make it. We're using flowers indicates that you're purifying the altar and also offering space. Space is what? The intelligence of transcendence, of letting go of the material considerations, although space is also connected with all kinds of wealth. So Lord Jupiter is a planet connected with space. And then we have light, which indicates what? Light, right? So a light body and also super intelligence, because light increases intelligence. So every time we're struggling, that we feel we don't know enough, we don't do enough, we can't figure things out, visualize light, pray to Ganesha, and surrender to, maybe you want to show some gratitude to Dr. Pillai for all he does for us. He's so committed. He doesn't have any goals of his own. Everything is for humanity, for as long as I've known him, and everybody who was there before, which was what? The first time I saw his videos was in 2007. And I felt, oh, wow, finally the teacher who says everything that I've always felt in my heart, that's how reality is. And also I had a lot of yogic studies prior to that, about a decade, even longer, 15 years. So everything resonated. So let's show our gratitude. Let's show some surrender, not to him, but to the divine that he represents, right? To a being who has put his life just at the service of humanity, service for humanity, and also to explain all these secrets, because he's been taking karma for doing that, because there used to be all these teachings on the earth plane, but one day they continued in great secrecy, so it just was not revealed so much anymore, because the rishis and the yogis felt it was dangerous to give this knowledge to people who were not initiated, who were not on a spiritual path, who were not committed. Dr. Pillai doesn't even think about that way, and he, to a certain extent, he also does, but he's given free so much over the years. He's revealed so many secrets. We're so forever grateful to him. All right, so having said that, anybody had an experience, a miracle that you want to share? I was picturing Ganesha, it says healing alternative, during the chanting, and suddenly I saw him doing, coming through, doing, I don't understand the word, sorry, coming through, oh, okay, so he was removing an obstacle. Oh, he was moving through an obstacle course, taking it as a good sign. Absolutely, yeah. Thank you, Goddess Lalita, says Katina. Thank you, Goddess Katina. Namaste all. I've had a lot of energy. I need to lay down. Okay, feel better. Samuel Young. I pray to Ganesha and Babaji for some career advice. So please, before you go, we are all expressions of the divine. We ourselves are God. So that is something we cannot forget. And only Dr. Pillai is the one who's constantly repeating it to us. Don't forget, you're Ganesha, you have Ganesha's love, but just try to acquire Ganesha's consciousness. It's not difficult. You're already divine, and it is our job on the earth plane to realize that we are divine. We need to remember, right? So yeah, thank you for those who joined live. So Samuel says, I pray to Ganesha and Babaji for some career advice. I got an answer I needed, and that was to value my current job and my current blessings. Wonderful. Gratitude is usually a way to get to the next level, if that's what you have in mind. But just gratitude for what you already have is an amazing energy, and it's really, and that's how we get more. by being miserable, we don't get much. We just get more misery because we manifest what we don't want, right? We manifest the words, the negativity. And we all have tough times, so I understand that. But having in mind only your goals and lots of love for God, Ganesha, and even Dr. Pillai, who sacrificed his life. Every time he is in a program, he takes some karma. I know. Sometimes he gets sick. It's a lot to take in when he's changing the lives of so many people. Okay. Thank you, Babaji. Excellent class. Oh, good. Saroja. Thanks a lot for the entire team. Glory to Babaji. Okay, so I'm glad to thank you, Arjun, for posting all the links. Sarita Chauhan says namaste. Angela Chan, Shirley says thank you, Ganesha. Thank you, Babaji, Lalita, and Pillai Center. You're welcome. Sarita Chauhan, again, namaste. Reflection Covenant. Beautiful messages from Goddess Lalita. And wonderful creations from Goddess Mira Acharya. She's a spiritual teacher, if you don't know her. Lovely altar. Thank you, Mira. Okay, Reflections Covenant. Blessings and light. Yeah, to everyone. Evelyn, too. Thank you, Dr. Pillai and Lalita Varahi. Ma, it was such a blessed experience. Wonderful. And at the end of the meditation, I felt as if the gum is entering into me through all my pores, and my body was vibrating with gum. Wow, beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Lishabel, right? Ishabel? All right. Anusha says, we ask our Guru Shiva Babaji and Lord Ganesha to fill our hearts and souls with their conscious energy and guide us to be the best we can be in our lives with our love and gratitude. God bless. Beautiful. Okay, Kat is also Ketu. Yes, very true. Ganesha over Lord Ganesha, right. So that worked out. I'm glad I was chanting to Ganesha and not another mantra. Okay. Sitaram, oh Ganesha, please give me the innocence and pure knowledge, says Sitaram. Oh. All right. So, yes, all glory to Babaji for sharing hidden secrets to mortal men. We're mortal, but we're really divine. So, all we have to do is really accept and surrender. But that's the most difficult thing because we have an ego, and our ego can be very stubborn. But when we relax and we trust, it's so much easier. That's how we get miracles, right? Reflections. Beautiful comment here you have. Because I know he's revealing things of higher divine consciousness, and I am grateful. Peace and Sitaram. Sitaram. Sue removed the message. Okay, I don't know what that is. Laura Lakshmi. Lalita, is there any significance of the Ganesha positions? Oh, I'm sorry. Ganesha positions, you mean in different mudras? Yes, lots of meanings, and according to the tradition of India, and the Vedic tradition, and also Hindu tradition, which, believe it or not, I don't consider them the same. Please don't hurt me. Don't get upset with me. I find that the Vedic tradition is the first I learned, and then Hinduism was also very beautiful and super intelligent. Super intelligence comes from it. But anyway, so in the Hindu tradition, there are many, many mudras and postures of Ganesha, and with the hands, and also different weapons. So it really depends on the tradition. And in the Veda, he was called Ganapati. So he's the original Ganesha, the one that Dr. Pillai says, Mula Ganapati, right? The one who removes karma and gives you the consciousness of second to none. I hope I answered. Okay. Sue. I was driving and thinking about Ganesha. A truck pulled in front of me, and in the back of the truck was a picture of an elephant. Wow. I believe in synchronicity. As the night we got the kitten, my husband was looking online for the name of a veterinarian. He saw something to do with cats, and they were selling cat toys. And we don't usually get those ads on our website, on our email. So it was unusual. So Laura Lakshmi, it's so lovely. Yes, it is a beautiful thing. Anxel Koja says, fascinating knowledge. Thanks for sharing. Laura Lakshmi says, thank you very much, Lalita. You're welcome. I'm very happy to join this session, says Anxel Koja. I have great respect for Ganesha. Thank you so much. Love and peace. Sue Brooks says, Laura Lakshmi. Okay, yes, that was a very big elephant. As a group, I believe Ganesha is happy with us because last year we had daily obstacles to call on him to remove during the group session. This year we're moving along with his grace. Yes, thank you, Ganesha and Dr. Pillai. So thank you, Dr. Pillai, says Anxel. I saw Ganesha at the jewelry store today. Wow, it's amazing. Wonderful, everyone. So we're wrapping up the call. It's been over an hour, so it's time for us to go and wrap it up. And so enjoy Ganesha Chaturthi, enjoy the other calls. So they will be going on until the end of the month. And it's been a pleasure and a privilege as usual and a blessing. Thank you very much, everyone, and see you soon. Goodbye.